Hey everyone, Invader1 here, and I'm coming to you again, this time with another challenge request. This was submitted online for an all Krogan Platinum team. The reason the request was put forth is because there have been, this one person said that there are quite a few people saying that Krogans are no good on Platinum, that they cannot handle Platinum, which, in all honesty, makes absolutely no sense to me, because Krogans are awesome. I mean, especially the Krogan Vanguard. But let's look at. I decided to use the Krogan Sentinel because he's the one that people say, well, he gets really stun locked really bad with the Geth, and that is true. But if you play smart when the Geth are around, then you'll be alright. But anyways, we have one Krogan Sentinel, which is me. We have one Krogan Vanguard, which is Long John, and we have two soldiers, the Bigs and our other buddy here. And we had absolutely no strategy. We just decided to just run around, have fun, and just, pretty much just demolish everything. And the only time that we kind of go back to extraction are when we're kind of funneling the Banshees in so that we don't get sniped from outside. You guys already know that. That's a little bit of a strategy to do here. When the Banshees get close and you have a lot of enemies around, you kind of bring her here to extraction where I'm at. Like that, you're not getting sniped from enemies across the way if they spawn by the control room. Now this way you have enough time to kind of take cover from her, and you can even back up a little bit and at the same time just keep on hitting her hard. But anyways, the point is, guys, you see, I didn't even know that these guys left. They just went to the other side. We literally, for like the first 3 waves, we were just running around, demolishing everything. There's just no strategy, no tactic. The only tactic we used was with the Banshee. We kind of just made sure that we knew where everybody else was, and then we could kind of cover each other and pick ourselves up. But we decided to do it this way just to show, because Krogans are pretty badass. We didn't even need to talk about strategy. We didn't need to do anything. We just got into it, and I decided to be like a full Krogan. I brought in my Claymore. I'm not the best Claymore player, but anyways, I just brought it in, and I love it. I put some incendiary rounds. After the fact, after playing this, I kind of wished I would have used either warp rounds or armor piercing rounds 4 or something like that, because armor piercing rounds on Claymore is just so beast. But anyways, guys, you can see this, we're just having a lot of fun, a whole bunch of crazy Krogans. Long John has his Krogan, the Krogan Vanguard, he calls Pebbles, and we just, we got our crazy funky colors with the Krogans. And a lot of times I like to just use a yellow Krogan. I call him the chicken Krogan. He just looks like a big chicken. And my buddy Annihilator and I, he loves playing Krogans against the Reapers. I wish I would have had him on this one, but I just he wasn't around when we were doing it. But anyways, it would have been a lot of fun with him. We just run around with yellow Krogans looking like big chickens running around all over the map. But anyways, guys, as you can see, I really don't understand why anybody would say a Krogan cannot handle Platinum. The reason Krogans can handle Platinum is because they have high health and shields. That kind of just did not make any sense to me. I'm thinking probably the person who put in the request might play maybe a lot of silver games or games where people who are just getting into Mass Effect who don't quite understand, how powerful the Krogans are. I really don't know, but I would say, a lot of the players that I know that Krogans can handle Platinum. I don't know if maybe they're saying that maybe just the Krogans score less in Platinum. Maybe that could be if you're using a gun that has slower DPS or whatever. But even that doesn't even make sense either, because you could just he could handle weapons. He has a good training bonuses that give him a lot of weapon damage, headshot damage, and that's pretty much how I have my character spec'd out. This guy's a hybrid. The way I set this build up, there's no incinerate on him because this is a build that I create when I want him to be tankier, yet at the same time still have passive rage bonuses. So let me explain that a little bit. You'll see the build at the end, but his rage mode at the bottom, I don't use health and shields. What I do is I put all melee on the top. I put melee synergy. I put everything every point that is on the top for his rage, so that makes sure that his melee capabilities are very strong, very powerful. And the way I give him a little bit more damage protection is through his tech armor. So I use his tech armor to give him more damage protections on rank 4 and rank 6, and on rank 5, the one in the middle, I give him another bonus for melee. So he's not only is he very powerful melee character, but he's still a little tanky. So this is more like a soldier build. Even though he's not a soldier, he's a sentinel, but with this build, it makes him pretty tanky, and he can handle a lot of hits. He can get shot up quite a bit and still take it. So that's the kind of build I'm doing here. So again, I mean, it was awesome for putting this, this challenge request. We love playing Krogans. I love playing Krogans. I've played full Krogan teams so many times, and they're just so much fun to play, especially against the Reapers. But I gotta tell you, we are kind of mostly, you can see, look how dispersed we are. We're mostly running around, and we're fine. The Krogans can handle platinum. They definitely can. So hopefully this video you can show to your buddies or whoever, who the naysayers that Krogans can't handle platinum, and shut them down, because Krogans can definitely handle platinum. It's just another game mode. Platinum is a little bit more difficult, but it doesn't change the fact that Krogans are vicious, they're powerful, the melees are no joke. I mean, we get to certain parts. Every time we get on a Banshee, you'll see us that we actually get close and we just start doing nothing but melees on her and just try to mess her up. So Krogans can, and you can do headbutts, which is great. Sometimes you have like enemies that may like swarmers on the bottom, and you don't want to waste the grenade or whatever to clean them up. You could do your regular headbutt, and you could actually kill the swarmers. You could do things like that. You could do a heavy melee, which would bring you to rage mode. And by the way, the Krogan Vanguard's rage mode is being fixed as of tomorrow. Actually, I think that's when the patch is coming out. By the time you see this video, it'll probably be by tonight. By the time you see this video, the patch will probably be already available, unless you see it the day I posted the video. Hopefully that made sense to you guys. But anyways, so the Krogan Vanguard, his rage passive capability will be corrected. I mean, we hope. I hope that's what BioWare says, that it will be working now. So I think the Krogan Vanguard is going to be a little more powerful. But everybody knows the Krogan Vanguard can handle platinum. He can handle gold. He can really just do a lot of damage. The Krogan Sentinel, as you can see here, I got staggered a little bit. It's usually against the primes because of his huge cannon and the Geth. So what you want to do is you want to back up and just snipe and take soft cover, a strafe. I do a lot of strafing. I do strafing left and right, so it doesn't take a lot of cover too. It all depends on the enemy. If it's prime, I won't strafe as much. I'll actually take actual cover, just to make sure I'm not getting stun locked. Because even, I don't know, for some reason the primes could have like this space magic, right? That their guns and their bullets sometimes just like curve through walls or do some amazing things that a little bit of space magic from the Geth consensus, whatever you want to call them. But anyways, the Geth, the Krogan Sentinels do get jacked up a little bit with the Geth, but they can still handle. You just gotta play smart. I do put grenades on this guy, by the way. That is part of the build. I do put grenades on him because his grenades are pretty decent. The lift grenades, and you will see that. What I do with the lift grenades, I use them on the Geth. So instead of just using them all the time, the way I use my lift grenades is, if I have a Banshee, I'll use the lift grenades to strip her barriers. So it doesn't fully strip them, but it definitely helps strip barriers like that. I mean, the Claymore already does a lot of damage, regardless. So her barriers will go down and her armor will get affected. But what I do is I use the grenades to help me out with that. But mostly I use the grenades against the Geth. So I know that in Platinum, if I am getting, this is versus Reapers, and if it were versus Cerberus, it would be the same thing. The Geth will show up in a few waves. But if they, when and if they do show up, then I will go right ahead and start using my grenades, as you saw before, to take out hunters and to take out the Geth troopers that you will see. So, you know, that's when I take it out, and grenades will stun them and help me out. Look at this guy, check this out. Did you guys see that? I'm sorry to stop narrating there for a moment. I just wanted you guys to know, I shot a missile, and it disappeared into the ground, and my other buddy had to shoot his missile. So when you guys saw the Banshees blow up, it was not my missile. So anyways, this is it's just one of the bugs in the game. This is crazy. It's so frustrating. I couldn't believe it. I had the 2 Banshees. But anyways, you know, now I'm conserving my missiles because, you know, whatever. But anyways, going back to what I was saying. So yeah, I use my grenades on the Geth hunters in Platinum with the Krogan Sentinel. That's what I use grenades for, and to strip, you know, barriers and shields if I need to on a bigger target like a Banshee or an Atlas, just to help me out with it. You can do a lot more with the grenades. Yes, you can do different kinds of explosions. In this situation, I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to use the grenades kind of like the way a real soldier would, to kind of, you know, soften up the enemy and, you know, take them out with my gun. So that's pretty much what I'm doing here. But anyways, guys, this is it's pretty cool. I got some Claymore gameplay here. I'm not the best at the Claymore. I'm not the master of it. I'm pretty decent with it. I think I'm pretty good at it to a certain extent. My buddy Kanigas is actually a lot better than me with the Claymore, but he's just really good. I think I'm above average when it comes to the Claymore, but still, it's just a beast. I really like it, and the character, like the Krogan, you know, it's just fitting since it's a Krogan shotgun. But anyways, guys, here we got an escort, an all Krogan team, and you know, we had a little bit of an issue there because we had a few enemies just jacking us up. But as you can see, we're not dying a lot. You know, our characters have enough health and shields to handle a lot of enemies and handle a lot of shots. So again, buddy, whoever told you the Krogan cannot handle Platinum, tell them that they need to watch this video and tell them that they need to really get to learn the game a little better. One other thing is that I noticed that, listen, if you're getting into the game, I like to play a little smart, you know, with anything that I can. Sometimes, you know, I'll just play it. I won't even, you know, depending on the game. Sometimes I'll just play a game without not even looking at any information from an external source. So, like, let me give an example. Mass Effect 3 multiplayer is not the same way as Mass Effect 3 single player. So I'll go to the BioWare social network forums, and I'll look in there for information. I'll go look at the Wikipedia to see the damage stats or damage bonuses, or, you know, what each weapon does, you know, what each ammo type does, you know. So that I'll look for information like that, just so that I could get a better idea of what each thing does. Like for example, you know, like warp rounds. Like I always say it on certain videos. Warp rounds are some of my favorite rounds because they do damage to barriers, but they do a ridiculous amount of damage to lifted targets. So if you're a biotic, you should be rocking warp rounds, because if you have like singularity or pull or anything that lifts targets, you shoot them with a warp round, and they're like, you're demolishing them. Or, you know, you hit them with any kind of biotic power and then use warp rounds, it's just doing a ridiculous amount of damage on that enemy. But it also does something amazing, that the warp rounds are great with soldier classes who use heavy weapons that are very, very, very powerful. It's just like in this situation, I had the Claymore. I probably should have used warp rounds instead, because what it also does is increases your weapon damage, and people don't understand it a lot. Just like armor piercing rounds. Armor piercing rounds also increase what armor piercing rounds do. They provide an additional percentage as to armor piercing, so it can pierce through enemies' armor deeper and deeper. So I don't have the stats. I don't know it. Maybe I'll give you guys a link to a few different sources. But the way to think about it is that, you know, you have armor piercing rounds 1, 2, 3, and 4. Each one gives an increase of 10%. So let's say if you have, let's say if you have warp rounds 1, that's an increase of meaning if you have warp rounds 1, 2, 3, 4, that's of warp rounds capability. And warp rounds 1 is 10% of that capability of what what the warp rounds do. 2 and 3 and 4 is 10%, so it's 10, 20, 30, 40 of that, you know, of that round's capability. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I'm pretty sure that that's how it is. Now, in the sense of what each round, each ammo type, what they do, and whether they give you more weapon damage, or you know, whether they give you any kind of bonus per shot, per round. Those details you can probably look it up, and I don't, again, I don't know. I'm not a mathematician. I'm not keeping these things in my head. I just understand what they do, and they allow me to play, you know, allow me to set myself up for success instead of having to wonder, you know, what these rounds do, you know, how to really use them with a character. And you know, that happened to me a lot in the beginning. I was just like, what is this? What is a rail? What does this do? You know, the stabilization, you know, dampener. What is that? Like, I did, you know, I had to really just learn through, even through looking at the descriptions for some things, you know, you still couldn't quite get it. So, you know, that was one of those situations where, you know, when I started out, I needed to kind of read and look up. So yeah, try to play smart, guys. You know, if you need more information, I'm gonna see if I've been getting requests to do a video on like what each ammo type does, and I can just do a little bit more research so I can give you accurate, extremely accurate information. I can probably do that, and also maybe a few other things, but I'm gonna do my best. One of the things is that, as you guys noticed, I'm starting to do a few reviews on new weapons. If you have any requests for any other weapons, that's totally fine. There are a lot of reviews out there on different guns. You know, I don't want to get into reviewing so many weapons, because I mean, even right now I did a review of the AT-12 Raider shotgun, which is a beast of a gun. I freaking love that gun. It's new, it's awesome, I love it. It is so good, but you know, there are people saying, oh, people like you are the ones who get guns. I'm not talking about it. Never. I've always been against that, and I have never ever promoted that. I've been on, you know, the BioWare's forums demanding that guns not get nerfed. You know, 'cause certain balances just don't make sense to me. There are some balances that are fine, and you know, they do them, and it's fine. Totally get it. But then there are some that just totally demolish certain weapons. And I'm thinking of a platinum perspective, right? I'm not thinking of a bronze perspective. And I'm sorry to tell you guys, for the bronze players, please don't get offended. I just mean that if I'm looking at a weapon, I'm looking for its full potential to see, you know, how great it can be, or you know, its effectiveness, I'm gonna go to the highest level of difficulty, because I believe, you know, it's a new gun, or it's supposed to be really powerful, overpowered. I should be able to determine that on platinum, on the highest level of difficulty. Before it was gold, now we have platinum. You know, you need to test things out on platinum. Or gold. You can do gold too, but you know, platinum is really like the top tier. So you know, a gun should be able to handle platinum. So that's what you know, that's kind of what I measure against, and I review against. I review on gold too, but obviously, because you know, most people are just playing a lot of gold, platinum.
Yeah, we should do.
You know, people play a lot of platinum too, but you know, I just it all depends. I get a lot of messages from people that saying that they're trying to get into platinum, and it's a little tough. And believe it or not, it's been interesting to read messages that tell me that my platinum video gameplays have helped them out in gold. And it's really interesting. A lot of the same strategies can be used on gold instead of used on platinum, so that I can totally understand. But look at this, guys. Look how cheap this is. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I had to cut off right there. You know, so this is what happened there. She turned invisible, so I'm doing headbutts because it's supposed to still be able to knock her. She became visible, and then I'm here doing headbutts and melees, and they're not locking in. That's the one issue that you're gonna have with the Krogan. Sometimes they don't lock in. And she then cheeses me, even though I had her mostly dead, mostly messed up, and I got insta-killed. So anyways, this is the one time it happens. It happened at the end. Whatever, it is what it is, guys. You I'll still post a video. I'm not an elitist. Some people may want to call me average because I will post a video if I get insta-kill or I die, or if I'm not at the top of the scoreboard. Because I'm not going for score. I'm going for, team completion. I'm going for fun and team synergy. And even though, yes, I top the scoreboard most of the time, it's not, to me, it's just not representative of what I'm doing with the team. I'm here working with the team. There's a lot of communication going on and everything, and I'm just, still putting it in. So, I got insta-kill here once. It was towards the end of the wave. Got back up. And the whole team is good. They're still doing this. We're fine. And, even with that, guys, somehow, I don't even know what to tell you. Somehow you still end up on the top of the leaderboard, which everybody here is a competent player. I mean, everybody. We have absolutely no tactic here. The only tactic that we use was for Banshee, and we would bring her in this area, this extraction area, just so that we could just focus.
It's wave 9. What the hell?
Together, and be protected from sniper fire. Now, I do recommend to try to take out Banshees together, but again, this is situational, right? If you have other enemies coming at you, I'll start focusing on those enemies because the Banshee takes a lot longer to kill. So it all depends on the situation. If there are a whole bunch of enemies around her that are coming at us, I'm gonna go after the smaller enemies because I can get rid of them quicker. So like that, I can focus on the Banshee. The Banshee can wait. She can actually wait. So it all depends on the situation. If you're all together, everything is good, you can probably just go ahead and take out the Banshee. It all depends. But you gotta, if you're gonna take out the Banshee, might as well do it together. Might as well just call the team and say, hey, let's do this. Because it's just so much easier. I mean, that's the one tactic that I do work out with the team. Say every time we get Banshee, let's just take her out together. It's just more fun. Look how quickly she goes down, and that's why you guys will see that on my gameplay. A lot of people wonder, man, you guys just melt the Banshees, and it's because we do it together. It's the one time that we really just focus fire on an enemy, and we'll focus fire on various times without even realizing it, because nobody's really communicating. I may be shooting at an Atlas, somebody else may be shooting at the Atlas, but it happens. You don't have to focus fire all the time. It's gonna happen automatically. But anyways, guys, yeah, this the one time that we actually do focus fire is usually with the Banshees, just to take her out quicker, just to get her out of the way. Plus, it's just a lot of fun, especially with the Krogan. We just wanted to go ahead and headbutt her and do heavy melees, against her. That was just a lot of fun. But anyways, guys, yeah, so when you guys play your Krogans, do me a favor, play the funkiest colors that you can think of. I mean, some Jamaican colors, put some yellow, put some reds, or put some funky, pinks or whatever, because it's just hilarious as hell. I mean, right now, as you can see, Long John, he's a really good player. He's so cool. And he has his Fruit Pebbles character there, that's what he calls him. But anyways, guys, this is a lot of fun. We got an escort here at the end, wave 10, and it went fine. It went totally fine, guys. We didn't have much issues. I got insta-killed once. We went through it, and used my grenades, using my claymore. We had some issues with the Geth here and there, but we took care of it. It's nothing that I'm missing can't handle. And even between all of us, we truly kicked ass. It's just a matter of, if you can handle the Krogan, you can do some good teamwork, that's fine. And if for whatever reason, you're in a random game, and I do need to mention this, guys, you can use a Krogan in a pug lobby. It's not, Krogan can handle it. It's if you're playing with as long as you know how to play the character, you understand the character's capabilities, you've already mastered him. Yeah, go right ahead. Even if you don't have a teammate that it's just random people, you're totally fine, guys. And by the way, guys, nobody can tell me that I don't know how to play with pugs or anything like that, guys. You guys already know. I mean, I don't know if all my subscribers have met me, but throughout the week I open up my room to many new people, and a lot of people I play with, like look at the guys here, except for Long John. The other two guys here I just recently met. They sent me a message on Xbox. They said, hey, I heard your video, you're taking challenges, I would like to play, and boom, I just brought them in. So I do play with new people. I try to play with new people all the time. So this is kind of pug-like to me because I'm just playing with these guys for the first time, and I had to get used to their play style. Because, you know, with the Krogans, you know, I don't think they ever even asked for any strategy. These guys just kind of ran out. And there was like no tactic. We were just like literally just going at it, which is totally fine. You know, it's totally okay as long as we cover each other. We know what's going on. You know, there's some communication going. Even if you're on the other side of the map, hey, I got a banshee coming or something like that, you're totally fine. And if you're a pug lobby or you're not, then you know, do your best. You know, definitely do your best to you know, you handle your character. I used the Krogan fine. I have no problem. I'll, you know, and I do, by the way, going back to what I was saying, I do open up my room. I'll open up a gold game. Very rarely I do a platinum game that I open up to the public. I have done it in the past before. They have gone very, very rough. Very rough, and it's just me as the leader and just bringing in random people have been very rough because everybody. Number one, I've had situations where people have tried to do the missile glitch, which doesn't play with me. It really doesn't. If you come into my lobby or ever see me in the lobby, just don't do it. Don't do it. It will be much more trouble for you than anything. But you know, and then the other thing is that I find is that people just waste their missiles so quickly. Yeah, definitely you need to use missiles in Platinum. You need to use them, but you know, just like in the first wave, like literally the first character that you see, you know, just going crazy at it. And the other things I've seen is that the players don't always know how to, you know, really control their characters, and that's unfortunate. But anyways, I do open up my lobby to gold, to random people, and I've done it quite a few times. The other times that I have opened up to platinum is when I have at least one other person that I know. If I have at least one other person that I know that the other two, if they don't have mics or whatever happens, you know, they'll be totally fine. And then when we're playing, the other two are seeing that we can actually handle platinum mostly on our own. As you guys have known, I do platinum duels and that kind of thing. I'm close to finishing a platinum solo, which you guys will see soon. But anyways, you know, you guys may get to see me, and again, use a Krogan on your random games. Hey guys, look at this. This is a quick game, 27 minutes. It was fast, and again, somehow I ended up on the top of the scoreboard. I don't even know how, guys, because I'm not the greatest Krogan. I am good with the Krogan, just not the greatest Claymore player. But it was a lot of fun. And guys, here's my build. It's coming up, just like I was telling you guys. Use a lot of tech armor, lift grenades, and you know, the training, as that I was telling you guys before. Damage, you know, durability to last, the melee damage bonus, and rank 6. You see it. Then I actually again put durability. This is how I make him last a little bit more, like a tank. I give him lift grenades also. I would love to have incinerate. They are fixing incinerate soon, but I don't, and you know, at the moment, this is like one of those. This is a hybrid build, so as you can see, you know, I do give him weapon damage, headshot damage. You know, if you guys like do a lot of headshots and weapon damage, so he's very powerful with his weapons. He does have melee powers, and there you go. Invader 1 out. Enjoy.